Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. And a video today from Peace World. Billionaire does a DNA test and find out his kids aren't his. Please like, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
I'd rather have a child with a man who's financially stable but won't be in the child's life, or with a broke man who will be present in the child's life.
Am I getting child support?
I take the financially stable.
They're financially. Child support.
They don't give a fuck about the
financially
kids.
stable.
Give me the one that's not in the child's life. We good. We got the money. We good. He can pay the bills and help take.
We're cooked. We're cooked. I don't see the hope.
Carol.
Okay, now if you just watched that video, you saw a man ask women a specific question and they all gave the same answer. The question posed was, would you rather have a broke man that is present in the life of your child, or a rich man that is absent as a father in the life of your child? And every single woman, which happened to be black women, all said they'd rather have a man with money that wasn't around, because they'd be getting the bag. All they need is the money. Just send me my child support check. So my question really is, what is the price or value of a father?
Priceless, in my opinion. Okay, but look, to be fair, this is content. Okay, they could have edited to make it look like all the women said that. However, the fact that there are women who would even contemplate having an absentee father by choice, even contemplating it, is an issue. But the fact that there were so many women who were like, yeah, give me the money, over a present father, that is worrying, to say the least.
What exactly do you think is the true intrinsic value of a man in the life of a child? Now, in our community, we have seen that it is a matriarchal society, and over 72% of our children, boys and girls, are being raised by single parent mothers.
That's a lot.
And that blows my mind, because you know what? The women, by and large, talk about black men like trash. And you're the ones raising these men you have such disdain for. 3 out of 4 black men are raised by just a black woman alone. No father in the house at all. And then they grow into men that repeat the pattern, and you say that the men got to get it together. You know, I hear a lot about the external factors that play a role in the cultural condition of our women, whether it's social media, television, internet, etc. But at the end of the day, women, by and large, in the black community look at single motherhood as a badge of honor. Like a PhD, like some kind of thing to be exalted. And it's the celebration of baby mama culture that has been to the detriment of the nuclear family. This is why I ask women all the time, what exactly is the value of a father? What is it? $200 a week, $500 a week, $2,000 a week? What amount of money do you think is okay for a man not to be involved in the life of your child at all? Because we're seeing the results. And like I said earlier, a lot of these young men that you women have such disdain for were raised by you. So I believe we need to get back to a marry before you carry, sticking with the man that you decide to create a life with. Because let me tell you something, ladies, there is no honor that you can give a man that's higher than giving him a child first. And whether men want to say it to you or not, most men do not want to be stepdads. Most men do not want to raise other men's children. Did you know for black men that want to be married, there's a 62% chance that they're going to be married to a woman who has a child or children by another man? That's your starting point. You're starting off as the next dude.
Could it be me?
That's crazy. 62%?
Sorry. Could it be me? Hey, listen. I've said this before. If the options were marry a woman with kids or stay single forever, you already know. I'm single like yo Gotti, okay? Trust me.
The cleanup dude. And I'm here to put men up on game. Because no woman is going to tell you the truth. Not even your mama. It's going to put you up on the modus operandi of some women. Some women just want to use you as a utilitarian means to an end. They want your sperm so they can have a baby, and then they can go about their business and have you pay the tab and help subsidize their life. So fellas, it's on you now. You have to use better discernment. You have to pick better, because the women are going to do what they're going to do. And it's not their fault. It's got to fall on us. Stop laying down with scallywags. Stop dealing with women just because you're attracted to her butt and her smile. Because it will put
Get away from the scallywags, demons, and the Jezebels. He's taking facts. I think it's always going to come down to us, because we accept criticism better than women do. You start criticizing a woman, her first instinct is to flip it back on you. We need to take it, internalize it, and like this guy said, start picking better, stop doing better, stop laying with the Jezebels. Stop picking a certain archetype of woman just because you think they look good. Go for substance. You know, we have to put things in place to ensure that our kids, do as much as we can. You can do everything right and still end up in a situation where your child's being raised by a single mom. The relationship just didn't work out. It happens, but at least you can say you've done everything you could.
You see this man, he's Roger Federer. His father is from Switzerland and mother from South Africa.
No way. It's Roger Federer is the one. Again, I always try to watch these raw with you guys. I love tennis. Don't watch it anymore since high school, but this guy was the Tiger Woods of tennis.
He's arguably the greatest tennis player of all time. So Roger Federer, after winning all these trophies and being so popular and desired by so many women, had a shock of his life when DNA test showed in April this year that Myla and Charlene, his two daughters, are not actually his biological children. When he was busy playing tennis and making money for the family, the wife was also getting busy with someone else. And what surprises everyone is this. His wife, Mirka Federer, who used to be a professional tennis player, isn't the flamboyant type. She rather appears to be well-bred, not a superstar kind of. Not all over the place on social media, and mostly with him when he's playing tennis. But she still made time to share Federer's cake with another man. Our own Odate Lamptey suffered it. And I promise you this, ladies and gentlemen. The day African men, especially Ghanaian men, decide to do DNA tests for all their kids, it will be a funeral service in the continent. It will be the biggest shock ever in Ghana in the history of our republic. More shocking than Anado's disappointment. Don't you sometimes see families and wonder where one or two of their kids came from? Yeah, I've had that feeling too. So it's true, like I told you, women will choose to act on their feelings when convenient, even when they claim to love you. And so as a man, you should always, and I insist, always do a quick check on your woman and the kids, even when she's acting perfectly normal. It's time to open your eyes, ladies and gentlemen.
How I see it is like this. If it can happen to Roger Federer, a billionaire, by the way, he's a billionaire. If it can happen to Roger Federer, why could it not happen to you? Look, a lot of men will announce the fact that they get the DNA test to actually upset their woman. But for me, nobody will ever know, okay? Hopefully. It will happen, but nobody will know. Swab when I'm alone with my kids. What's the problem?
Imagine being harassed by an online troll for over a year, only to find out it's your own mum. The case of Michigan mum Kendra Lakari is so wild that they've just made it into a Lifetime film. Last year, the 43-year-old was sentenced to between 19 months and 5 years for pleading guilty to 2 counts of stalking a minor. So in early 2021, Lakari's teenage daughter started being harassed by an individual who was claiming to be the same age as her and was sending her and her boyfriend up to 12 messages a day via social media and text messages. Lakari's teenage daughter told her mum about the harassment at the time, and she went as far as to report it to the authorities, knowing full well it was her. Now, although the local police force were involved at this point, they had to call in the FBI because the case had gone cold and they couldn't work out where these messages had come from. The FBI were then able to work out that the mum had been using a virtual private network, also known as a VPN, to hide her identity and send the messages to her daughter and her boyfriend. Investigators said that there were several hundred messages sent from the mum to her daughter, with 349 pages of evidence. Although none of the messages were made public by the courts, they were described as being disturbing and hateful in nature and also included doctored images. Now, there's still a lot of questions over why Kendra Lakari did this to her daughter, because the case never went to a jury trial and she ended up confessing to the crime when she was confronted with the evidence. But the prosecutor on the case did say that it appeared the mum wanted her daughter to need her. There are questions over whether this case was a type of cyber Munchausen syndrome.
That's crazy. They even do it to their daughters too? I thought they only did it to their freaking son husbands.
Syndrome, where essentially this mum was desperate for her daughter to need her support.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you guys, right? And it could just be me. That's fine. But there are certain crimes, for example, right, that when I hear, I immediately think of a man. Doesn't mean that men always do those crimes, but generally speaking, men do those crimes, right? But then there are certain stories that I hear and I think, only a woman would do something like that.
Yes.
Only a woman would do something so underhanded.
This is Bubble Boy. Is it not? You guys remember the movie Bubble Boy? It was all the mother. Because she didn't want the son to be able to go off on his own and not need her anymore. She put him in a bubble and pretended he had a dying disease. That's crazy shit. And yes, women.
As to bully their daughter online. It's the weirdest, most covert bullshit that you will ever see. And me personally, I don't think it's because she wanted her daughter to need her. I think it's jealousy, because mothers often compete with their daughters.
Oh, possible.
This man literally died because he was working 100-hour weeks for a year because his wife was staying at home. His wife wasn't working, so he had to work 100 hours in a week, and he died in a year of working as an investment banker. And you're telling, don't piss me off because this man should still be alive. Don't piss me off because this man should still be alive. No. You keep working those 80 hours to 100-hour work weeks while your girl just stays at home telling you she's gonna make that weak-ass pasta and that weak-ass sandwich. You're gonna work your way into the grave. This man was working so much, he knew his body couldn't handle it. He went to management to approve if he can work less hours before they could approve it. He died. He died of blood clots. Oh, if anybody knows about investment banking and finance, these people make $180,000 plus. Don't piss me off. You're letting your man work 80 to 100 hours in a week, and all he gets in the morning is, love you, babe, be safe, he's about to die. You've been working 12 to 15 hours for the past 5 days, and all your girl did was give you a hug and said, you're the definition of a real man, bitch, fuck you.
Internally, I feel like just this young man. I just can't seem to fucking process it right now, because I worked these types of hours before, so I didn't die, but kind of opens up my eyes.
You help me. Help me. If you're my girl and you're not going 50-50 with me on bills, I am going to assume you are just a broke bum. And also, you are an AI-generated agent of darkness. You are a parasite. Look, this man should still be alive. Make sure to pre-order your Soft Guy era merch. No restocks. R.I.P. Leo.
The fact that you're an investment banker, off rip, means that you're doing well in life. But then the idea that you have to work 100 hours a week tells me that you're making bad decisions in your personal life financially. And that bad financial decision was his wife, okay? She should have been working as well.
There are a lot of really attractive men who choose to date objectively unattractive women, and it's because unattractive women, and yes, I know beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but you know what I'm talking about. Unattractive women are less risky.
Look, there's a multitude of reasons why an attractive man may date an unattractive woman, right?
Personality.
Was he always attractive? Did he glow up? Did she hold him down?
Yep.
You know, her personality. Were they friends before and he fell in love with her personality?
She's frugal.
There's a lot of reasons why that could happen. But I don't really trust these women's judgment on what's attractive and what's not attractive. A lot of these types of women believe that plain women, plain Janes as they call them, are unattractive. And those are the types of women that men like the most. So look, generally speaking, people date on their own level, okay? Own level of attractiveness, own level of financial status, right? So what's probably happened is you're seeing these attractive men date women who are actually attractive, but they don't fit your standard of attractiveness.
Right.
When I listen to this part, the only thing I hear is you don't understand why that man chose that woman. And I believe there are a lot of women that think this exact same way. And to be honest, us guys do the same things with girls. We'll see a girl that's super attractive, and then we'll look at the boyfriend and we'll be like, bro, why are they together? 9 times out of 10, bro, is probably funny as hell and makes her laugh. With that being said, does someone being attractive matter? Yes. But in order to want to be in a relationship with someone, you're going to have to see something deeper than just some physical features. And I believe this goes for men and women. If I'm trying to be in a relationship, can you make me laugh? Are you intelligent? Can we have conversations? Can we have fun together? Or can you show sympathy or empathy when needed? Can I be vulnerable around you? You can actually show that to someone, you have a greater chance of being in a relationship. But if the only thing that you can highlight are some physical features, my personal opinion, you're going to be struggling.
Shout outs to Peace World. It just sucks for the average guy. They never even get to display all those other attributes because they don't reach the fucking visual goals of these women. That's the shitty part about it. They never even get that chance. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.